Sound check. Test mic. Hello and welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And we ended the stream 2 days ago with trying to build the blood surge, and it's basically it is as expected that it's not going to be that strong, but I did some testing. And I did check how we can I still haven't done trying to find the ideal now that we don't have. I believe the biggest change is that the overpower damage is no longer increasing. Basically, we don't have this additive damage through with our life and fortify amount unlike before. That's why when overpower is so powerful, like it deals a lot of damage, that's why I think the problem is not really the overpower, it's just because overpower is so good that they have introduced this overpower that allows the other skills, especially other classes, not skills but other classes that doesn't rely on overpower, can now rely on overpower. That makes the build so powerful, even more powerful. And because of that, it affects heavily, as most of the builds of the necromancer are also overpowering, is using this overpower mechanic. And when they nerf that overpower, the physical skills, especially the skills, especially the blood skills that's relying on overpowered mechanic, was not compensated by that removal of the additive damage on that overpower. They should have increased maybe our own overpower damage. The funny thing is, they already nerfed the overpower, they still nerf the multiplier of the overpower damage, considering that it's already weak. Considering that there's no increase in, even with the compared to the shadow damage, that we have this glyph, darkness glyph, that increases our shadow damage. We have this paragon bow that increases our shadow damage. Physical builds, however, it doesn't have a big glyph, even paragon board, that really scale the damage even further of the physical skills, except for the bone skills, which is the bone spear. So they have their own sorry, not just the bone spear, the bone skills itself, they have their own paragon, which is the bone graft board. But again, still with the bone skills, they are still not that powerful except for the bone spirit. So there's still a lot of things that needs to be improved, like in the necromancer perspective. And there is one unique that I'm kind of underestimating, for some reason. And I didn't realize its unique power. And the one I'm talking about is this one. Maybe let's find a better one. So I have only two. Chance for Bone Storm to deal double damage. Bone skill 54. Cooldown reduction, bone skill. I think they're almost the same, but I'm just thinking, where should I remove? Maybe should we go with maybe helmet? Now, the interesting unique power of the Lidless Wall, which I haven't noticed, because Lidless Wall is a offhand. Originally, it's a offhand, and with regards to the Chaos Armor, the implicit is the if you see the line above. So after that 1/8 arm, 128 armor, those 4 affixes, those are the implicit affix. So that is the same as with the Ebon Piercer, that the resistance to elements, that's the implicit affix of the item. It is being carried over to the armor. So what I didn't notice, that the offhand, same thing with the Gospel of the Devotee, the 80% main hand weapon damage is being carried over as well. This is what I didn't realize. It's like, give me a second, it's like you are carrying an additional weapon to your gear. It's like having like you know, those rogues and barbarian that they have another weapon slot, right? Like, it's like we have that kind of advantage as well through this Lidless Wall, through the chaos items. And upon checking the unique power of the Bone Storm, it says here at the bottom, each sacrifice bonus increases this chance by 25% and allows you to spawn 1 additional storm. So 1 Bone Storm, I don't know how many Bone Storm that we can spawn though, because I haven't played Bone Storm for a very long time. And then each Bone Storm grants 20% critical strike damage up to 100%, meaning I guess if you have 4 Bone Storm active, then you have up to 100% critical strike damage. Now, what I don't know here, it says here that each Bone Storm grants 20% increase in critical strike damage. Is this critical strike damage is this a general increase in critical strike damage, not just on the Bone Storm only? Now, speaking of with our, again tomorrow, if we can remove the Undying, maybe we can now incorporate this Lidless Wall to our build, and let's see how it goes. We need the Bone Storm though. And the Bone Storm, it has a damage reduction. Not only that, it has a 20% increase in attack speed and critical strike chance when it is active. So what is our critical strike damage at 4253? Okay. Can we try now and activate this? The only problem is, whoa. Whoa! It reached the 6,000. And take note, that is without the my goodness. This is insane. Now, with that said, the only problem now here is if we're not using the if we are not using the Garrune gives 25% critical strike chance. With our leadless wall, this helps us on gaining what's that? 20% critical strike chance. So we're losing 5%. Now, this is only 20 essence cost. If we have the Tamrune, I guess we can use the Tamrune and we will proc the Loom rune that will give us essence so that we will not have a problem with the Bone Storm. And then we will just add more points on the corpse tendrils to give it to apply vulnerable, because we don't have the soul rift, so we don't have the means to apply vulnerable to the enemies. Now, weapon damage, voila, oh my goodness, this is huge. It's like letting our weapon damage to do double damage. Holy moly, if that is the case, actually, with regards to, maybe we can replace the Damp with the ultimate shadow so that we can turn our Bone Storm to be a shadow also, so that it will still be able to apply shadow damage to help on proccing the Shadowblight. Okay, I need to farm more because I'm running out of gold in order to further check on how we can still improve now the Blood Surge. Speaking of Blood Surge, we have the Curse Aura, Crewer's Embrace, Banish Lord Talisman, Embalmer. If I'm going to make this, so I need to place the Embalmer here, Curse Aura here, and then Embalmer should be at the pants. The thing is, will this helmet will also help on with regards to the essence. The thing is, now the essence, now this is my problem, the essence. I think before I use the leadless wall, I'm gonna have a problem with the essence. I'm going to have a problem with the essence. Unless we will replace Garrune for the meantime with Loom Rune. And then where is that? Garrune to Zan for the meantime. Then we try okay. We'll add that points in a short while. I need where did my skull go?
Stars guide you.
Check. Bronze Brains. This one. Erupting Chaos. Accelerating Chaos. Okay. Let's do farm the Harmony. I already done finishing the my chaos item farming tip video, which I uploaded yesterday. So let's open this. 18. Okay, we got gloves. Utilator plate again. This is a guarantee, of course. See? Ah. Oh, Gospel of the Devotee. This is also the one I'm talking about. Give me a second. Oh. Intelligence, maximum life. Oh, this is interesting. This is a focus. Basic attack speed, chance for... Oh, this is interesting. So this is a... If I'm not mistaken, Gospel of the Devotee is a offhand weapon that it should have... Give me a second. Damage per hit. Ah, I see. Do we have an example? Damage per second, damage per hit, attacks per second, lucky hit chance. Damage per hit. This is interesting. It has a damage per hit, but somehow this Gospel of Devotee Chaos item doesn't have a damage per hit. So that is the first gospel that I have, okay? Like this one, it has a damage per hit. That's interesting. Like this one, block damage reduction, block chance, main hand weapon damage, total armor. That's interesting, sir. Nice, good thing I still have this mace. Okay. Because with regards to the overpowering, I'm still thinking whether should I go with the critical strike chance or overpower damage. And the overpower damage I'm looking for is not the generic overpowered, not the blood overpower damage, but the generic overpower damage, the general. Instead of critical strike chance, will it going to scale even more in terms of our damage? Do I have that extra Is it the worldly? Yep. There you go. Overpower. Thank you. Blood-bathed cadavers. Let's swap.
My hammer sings on your return.
Wear the stars around your neck.
How about let me run this first and then let's see the difference. We need to add sockets. What else? Utilator plate.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
Chrono Cache and Ancestral. Why do I always... What? $100. $9K only. Ooh, triple JX false, YX false. Ebon Piercer, not the Reaper's Pursuit, sir. Okay. Let's try. Where is 12 minutes? Overwrite. Equip. Let's skill. Let's get that Whisper event on Duriel. And then we proceed on using our Blood Surge to farm the Undercity. Using the Tribute of Harmony to farm that Tamrune. Without that Tamrune, it's going to be difficult to manage our essence. To manage our resource, considering that we're not using the Soul Rift anymore for the Blood Surge. Rune. Hey, hey. What's with the lag? What's with the lag? Amulets. Everything is ew.
Right honor.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
Okay. Bring back our Backstreet Boys, alright. Okay, let's go to Cross Undercity. I think if we can manage our resource, I believe we can remove also the essence per second on the boots and replace it with movement speed instead, so that we'll be moving more faster. $33. Is there any... Oh, I removed the 1 hour. Okay, we still have time. Okay, refinement. Harmony. Okay, let's hunt down the Tamarind. Damn, I miss my blood surge. I miss the kaboom kaboom.
Will be tested now.
The boss of area damage. %40 lucky hit. That's quite high enough. Yeah, the Tamarind would be the key on helping on our essence cost reduction. And besides the Loom Rune, if we also have that the mythic item called the Ring of the Starless Skies, maybe you don't need the Loom Rune, as it reduces your essence cost by 50%. Okay, we're good.
Such a pity. I forgive you, child. I forgive you.
What the heck? I think I choose the wrong... tribute? Why I see boss mats? Why did I port it down? I think I chose the Tribute of Titans instead of the Tribute of Harmony. Harmony is runes, right? Yeah. Runes. We're getting scammed. Let's get over. So meaning you can have an active bone storm count at 5. I wonder if it's at single target, can you still gain 5 bone storm on single target? %100% on critical strike damage. That is insane. Therefore, are we looking at 200 billion damage on our Shadowblight? Right. Sneakers. Come on, give me the time rune. Time rune. Time rune. What I want to understand now is now that there is a I want to understand how we can scale further. What are the affixes that will really make the build and scale more further? I believe on if we already know that the seasonal the chaos items are seasonal mechanic, though they're saying that they are depending on the feedback of the players, and I would say most players will say, and majority of the players will say, oh, keep the chaos mechanic, keep the chaos armor system mechanic. But I believe not all items will be part of the permanent chaos item in the game. And I'm thinking that including this leadless wall. This is an overpowered in my the way I'm seeing it right now. This is an overpowered item to be a chaos item as a permanent. Well, if the developers are listening and then necromancer players are voicing out that, hey, what is that? If a majority of the necromancer community is raising their voice to, hey, keep the chaos item, including the lidless wall. Who knows? Maybe. We don't know. I miss my blood surge. I missed my blood surge. This build is the one I'm always using when I'm farming Undercity back in 2 seasons ago. I think 3 seasons ago. Oh yeah, no, 2 seasons ago. Season 8.
I have devoured many of your kind.
Yep, we can keep the 5. Even on single target, that is good news. Come on, guys. Where is... Can I favorite this town for now so that for salvaging.
wasn't too hard.
Embalmer. Yeah, I think if we have the Tamrune, then we don't need the essence. Let's grab this one for movement speed. Wow, it's done. Beacon is done right away. Crit damage 5-7. This is the king of slay to all. Slay to all enemy. Nope. Where are you going? Go, let's go, let's go.
I need no path, only the hunt.
Struggling with the essence. Come on, give me the Tamrune. Tam not tall. Yeah, what? Once the Tamrune is... Once we got the Tamrune, it's... Problem is solved. And I think I haven't got any legendary runes though. Basically, it's not really a strong build, but in terms of, I think, for Infernal Hordes, oh, this is going to be much more better, sir. I don't think we need the barrier here. In terms of barrier, there is a defensive aspect that we can use along with the Bone Storm, which is the Shielding Storm that gives us barrier as long as the Bone Storm is... There is a Bone Storm active. What I'm thinking is, for the Archmages, should we use this Bone Storm rather than the Unyielding Commander? It's very elusive. Damn rune is elusive. I think I got another sand rune. Yeah. And now I have soul. Well, hold on a second here. What if instead of sand and gar, if no, never mind. I'm thinking if I'm going to use the soul rune to invoke another a rune that uses the another skill of another class, then when we use that, when we proc it using the sea rune, then it procs the soul rune. Applies to Loom rune. What we can use is the Q rune or the Thal rune. But we have to wait another 3 seconds before we can gain another essence. I think by that time we have already depleted our essence. I think the title of the stream should have been The Hunt for Tamrune. The Search for Tamrune. Two more beacon and we're done here. Maybe let's get the closest to the portal so that we can get that cooldown reduction buff. I think it's not just cooldown reduction buff, it also gives us the like similar to what beacon is, what shrine is that? Forgot the name of the shrine on the that gives you, oh, there it is. Here we go. Tamrune, Lamrune, Tulumrune, and then Seer on Gar. What is our crit chance right now? 42 plus 20 plus 25, 55. We're close to 90%. Okay. So we're done here. We're done here. Let's salvage this first and then let's try a Infernal Horde run. I think yesterday I died several times when fighting Bartuk because our DPS is still weak.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
Or how about Haunted Refuge? 6 minutes, I think we can finish it as long as I think even though it has the slay to all, yep. Oh, divided by 5. Tamrune divided by 5. So we're only getting 5 essence. Unless if there is a skill 300, 400. Tal rune. This is 12 ghast. 12 ghast before we can even considering that we can increase the bone storm duration. Let's hurry up. The bone storm doesn't have any mechanic that to help us on generating essence, considering that we are now using the great feast that drains our essence even further. We will just return on those chaos rift. Let's just focus on, as I suspected, this is a slay to all enemies. Dude, there's so many enemies here. This is a fail. Good thing we finish it on time. We have a problem. Our essence. Oh. Requires 100 offering. I can also use this one just to proc the soul rune. Invoke stun grenades at 25 offering. And then Saul. Right? Let's see. Cast a non-channeled core skill. Invoke Rogue's Stun Grenade. Invoke a skill from another class that's 150. Restore 100 primary resource. Overflow. Increase resource restored, of course. Why it doesn't work?
Use it well.
Why it doesn't work? That's 150 divided by 5. That's 105 resource, right?
I find things, even if they don't want to be found.
This is our problem. This is just a single target and we're struggling heavily on... Not good, not good. The intriguing part is, how come we're not generating... Unless we're gonna replace the it should be intelligence, but no, resource cost reduction. Invoke a skill from another class. Invokes the rogue stun grenades. This is skill from another class, but how come? Unless we need I'm thinking Zanrun? Or maybe Ahu? Oops. Essence. Resource generation while wielding two-handed weapons. Or resource cost reduction. If we add this on the ring, the thing is, this is, so if we masterwork this, so at maximum say 10, masterwork to rank 8, so that's additional 30%, so that's 13 times, so basically the way the reduction works is that it will reduce, it will use the highest amount and the other, then the next one. So basically they're not additive. It's not like 13 plus 13 plus 13, so that's 39%, and then 39% damage resource cost reduction. It's not like that. So basically what's going to happen if we have 3 discs on our jewelries, 2 rings and amulet. So at 13% cost resource cost reduction at masterwork rank 8, so our spending cost on our blood surge is 30 minus 13%. How much is that? Give me a second. So 30 times 87, so now it goes down to 26 minus times 0.87, another 13%, so 22 times 0.87, so it will go down at maximum around probably 20 to 21. We lost the essence per second on the helmet. I believe we have on the armor.
How shall I guide my hammer? My hammer
We have a deadless wall on the chest, I believe. Oh, we need it on the pants, supposedly. So that we can free up the helm, so that we can bring back the 4 essence per second here. Because the blood orbs restored here, this is not going to work if we cannot cast our blood surge, right? If we cannot cast our blood surge to consume the corpse. So it's not going to work. However, we can still keep those blood orbs, and then it should have been intelligence, attack speed, and then resource cost reduction. and I'm running out of items to use. I'm just thinking, what is the we need resource cost. There is one though. It's just there is one. The thing is, they nerfed it. The one I'm referring to is the luck hit restore. Is it this? Is it on this? Chance to heal. Or is it only on the weapon and available on the weapon and gloves? Well, the weapon has a resource cost reduction as well. This is the one I'm talking about. However, basically we don't need the life. How about essence cost is now 25. Ten, 4, 5, 7. I'm losing 100, 324, 324, 324. Approximately 125 crit strike damage. Oh, because this is sacrificial. Okay, this one. Three, 2, 4. 3. Oh, because this one has a critical strike damage. Oh shit. But the overpower 10, 4, 5, 7. That is 500% overpower damage. Wow. 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 Okay, we're losing around 200 critical strike damage. I hope I can roll that resource cost reduction. Temper. Let's see. Please give me the... Can I still... Please, can I still restore? Thank you. Thank you. 23. Can I still restore?
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
Okay. It is now down to 20. Let's further masterwork this just to push it.
Some solid bits here.
Blood-based sacrificial. Where are we now? Okay, if we are going to use the Tam rune with the Loom rune, it will reduce 5 resource cost. We still have one here. So again, this is now where it is now 19, right? If we add another resource cost, even at 13%, we're just reducing now 1.9, approximately 2 essence cost. So it's not that big. However, maybe we can replace this one with, instead of cooldown, I think I need to switch with another amulet, not critical strike. Maybe I'm going to use a do I have that amulet? I remember I was wearing some amulet yesterday. Yielding commander. Why do I have 2 unyielding commander? And this one, speaking of overpower, is just Maybe I roll for... I think I need attack speed here. Because if we're using the Bone Storm, I don't think we still need... If we're going to get that Bone Storm duration. Bone Storm duration is 13.28.
There's a good one.
Thank you. Cooldown reduction. Bone Storm duration 15.1 against 32. Maybe that's okay.
My demons are quiet here. Mostly.
I think I need one. Actually, worst comes to worst. It's just I'm going to lose a big multiplier damage here. Potent blood. However, we're going to lose our multiplier damage, that is huge. Attack speed 60 plus 20% of Bone Storm. I'm thinking if this is enough, can we try? Speaking of resource, well, I'm going to lose my critical strike damage. This one, resourcefulness. Because what will be the essence of not able to cast your skill if it's heavy. It's heavy. Restore primary resource 17. Okay. Basically, if this ultimate cooldown probably is also a resource cost reduction, then basically we can further reduce this to 17. So basically, there now, the cost and the spending and the gaining will almost be equal with each other. Not so, Seer. Unless you have, unless you will have the Ring of the Starless Skies. Uh-huh. Okay, okay.
Wear the stars around your neck.
I mean, for the Seer, we can use, instead of the Gar rune, we can use the Zan rune. No, sorry, not the San rune for overpower. Aha. Aha. I think we're ready for Infernal Hordes tomorrow. Why we're not hitting that enemy? I think what I'm going to do tomorrow, instead of, I'm going to help. Again, this build is still weak. It's going to struggle on. Oh. Okay, single target. We struggled. Again, this build is still weak. So what I'm going to do is to use our Huh? Why? Because I lost a lot of life? Especially this one doesn't have life. Oh, is it because of the hardened bones? We need the Q rune. I think we need at least one more blood orb zone pickup, I guess. Round 2. Basically, this is not for pushing. Nope. We're just using the Bone Storm Chaos Armor just to increase our damage. I mean, we can go back to Soul Rift now that we have the Tam Rune, so we don't have any problems with our resource. I believe we let our Ebon Piercer to upgrade the glyphs at probably at least 85. So that we have a good amount of damage multiplier. Not multiplier, but more damage with the help of our glyphs. I'm worried about the boss fight. Anyway, this is also my last run for tonight, whether it fails or not. Well, just because my life is not 50-ish anymore, like I'm getting hurt a lot. I hate this. It has the poison and then obelisk. Nah. That is not good. I just let it die because I see the problem already on single target. I just want to see. The damage output. Can I borrow your
Jewels in sanctuary. You lose a little mass to dust.
basically it's not really ideal for you cannot push this one. It is only good up to 70-ish. Pushing it further, you need mythic items. I feel like my damage got reduced by half. Well, this is weaker. Weaker. Okay, it's super weak. Without the leadless wall, it's useless. And I think also the critical strike damage. That's one reason. No, the only problem is if we're going to use it struggles heavily on single target. I'm thinking, okay, let's bring this back. And how about we don't use the Great Feast? but we use, maybe let's swap it with cadavers.
There is power in these stones.
Let's give it one more try.
Stars around your neck. Beware the envious, my friend.
Or should that be a critical sacrificial here? Famine Loom, Siren Q, Bone Storm. Basically, we lost 40% multiplier. %40 increase in damage. Basically, that's big. That's why should we have placed sacrificial instead of cadavers? Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to use the Ebon Person, then upgrade the glyphs to reach at least 85. Before we farm this on Infernal Hordes, probably I'm just going to use still the Soul Rift. You know what? I'm gonna test it now. I'm not going to finish this run. I'm gonna swap. Let's see. I want to see the difference between the two. Which one is much more potent? And then basically I'm done for the day. And then I'm just gonna continue. Again, my plan tomorrow will be to increase the glyph level. Amplifier, corporeal, we need the corporeal to go up, sacrificial, maybe to increase it to level 85. And then we're gonna farm the Infernal Horde. Hopefully we can find a leadless wall on the pants. That would be nice.
Wonders of Sanctuary at your fingertips. How may I help you? Masterful work.
I don't think we have essence cost reduction, essence cost generation on the pants. Okay, last testing. And then I'm just gonna continue again leveling up the glyphs to 85. The thing is with the blood orbs giving us 3 stacks of overwhelming blood, what are the chances that when we get that overwhelming blood plus 3, especially there's so many blood orbs, what are the chances that when we pick up say 3 of them, it will just give us 1 stack, 1 overpower guarantee, rather than they will let the pick up the blood orbs to overflow. So let's just say you pick up 5 of them when you dash, then you get 5 overpower guarantee, then you can use it, then you will do overpower 5 times, one after the other. Basically, the damage is weaker by 50%, but the rate of overpowering is giving you approximately 50%.
At least I can put my skills
Oh, I hate your shield. Shield all you want. (6 minutes and 48 seconds). Then mother. Oh shoot. Wow. Elias almost one-shot me. Essence is the problem.
I find things even if they don't really be found.
Essence is the problem. We can use the soul rift. The problem is we're losing a lot of damage if we're not going to use the lidless wall. Even at single target. Supposedly great feast here and then sacrificial. I mean, we can sacrifice the Ratmas Chosen, I guess. Ratmas Chosen and then potent blood here. Or Starlight. So we're going to sacrifice the Ratmas Chosen.
No witchcraft here.
I think Potent Blood is the safest. Potent Blood.
Ah, good fortune that is.
Bring back the Great Feast. Starlight would have been better because previously the Blood Surge can heal. So it can proc the Starlight more efficiently, but now we don't have any other source of healing except for picking up the Blood Orbs. But the Blood Orbs is relying by chance on the Embalmer. Also if there is a corpse. Yeah, I think if we have the Ring of the Starless Skies, then the essence cost will bring down to 20, to 10. Unless we're going to use this one. But basically, again, we're losing the critical strike damage. But I think it should be fine. Just to keep the essence, but can I see this? Can I see this in action? I just want to see. I think we didn't. Did I manage to complete? I think I didn't manage to complete the pit whisper event. It feels different when you have that 50k life. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a good starting build. This is not a good starting build. Double the life, this is 13, so we only have 10k of life, probably less. Because we took out the life here, we don't have life here and here. And we lost another life here with the lidless wall. It's really different. We still lose some DPS when the Ratmas Chosen is not here. The fact that the essence cost of the Blood Search is so huge, like 50% more than the Blight. See, Blight is only 10. This should have been like maybe 20. That it's not that expensive. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue and sort this out, how to reduce the essence cost and manage the essence of this Blood Search. And yeah, that's it for me today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching and have a good one. Bye.